Mr. Linus Okorie, who's the Chief Executive Officer of Gotney, wants to join us to discuss. Mr. Okorie, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
I guess we should begin by understanding, we talk about sustainability these days, and a lot of times when the word sustainability comes on, people just think of climate change and renewable energy, but I guess that also concerns leadership and sustainability of businesses. Could you help us understand it from that perspective?
Okay, so first of all, we have to basically understand the subject matter leadership. What is leadership and how does leadership impact on businesses, whether businesses will live or die? Many years ago, I had the honor of hosting a gentleman called Dr. Miles Monroe, and he defined leadership as the ability to inspire, motivate, drive a group of people towards a particular direction via inspiration, not intimidation or manipulation. At the center of the leadership conversation is the ability to inspire a group of people to achieve certain results. Nobody can achieve any result by just acting alone. Each person requires the contribution of other people in driving growth. So it is the same way when we assemble human beings and we are running a business. And so that business can only work if, first of all, we're able to assemble the right kinds of people who have the right type of skills, and then the ability to carry these individuals, inspire these individuals will willingly follow the leader, and they will put their hearts and minds at work and achieve great results. Now, if the leadership capital of those who run the business is very high, then it means that that business is going to be sustainable. That business will solve the problems of today as well as solve the future problems of that business, which means that business is going to make profit, that business is going to be sustainable, that business will have succession planning in place, because the leadership capital is very high. If I want to break that leadership capital, I want to see the leadership competencies that are available within the business. So you're talking about what is the quality of the vision that is available in the business? What is the quality of teamwork and team dynamics that is available in the business? What is the quality of quality thinking that is available, the strategic thinking that is available in the business? What is the quality of innovation available in the business? What is the quality of emotional intelligence, executive intelligence that is available within that business environment? So what you're talking about is that you want a situation whereby everyone who makes decisions for businesses or organizations, even those who make decisions for regulatory institutions that guide the business, or those who even create policy for getting the business environment to work, it requires high-level leadership capital for those who drive those businesses. And anytime that there's a deficit of leadership capital for within those business organizations, what you have to experience will be businesses that will stop making profits, businesses that will die. And a lot of businesses are dead today, not because of lack of money, but because of huge deficits of leadership capital. And that has great consequences. And that is why it's always important that one of the major requirements of sustainability of business is for the CEO who is running that business, he must, as a matter of necessity, create a leadership development system within that business entity that will continue to drive and strengthen the leadership capital of those who are within the business.
Interesting. And I guess this applies to all levels of businesses, whether you're a small business or a large business. But I guess the value or the capacity of the business to be able to handle these different levels is what makes a difference.
Absolutely. So whether, in fact, even if you are starting a business today, the guarantee that your business is going to be sustainable is the quality of vision that you have within the business. So you're thinking long term. You're not thinking short term. So you're able to delay gratification. When a business leader makes profit and he is not wasting the profit in immediate gratification, he's thinking about the future of the business. So what does he do? He begins to save, or he begins to create what he requires to make sure that business works, and he would have the courage to take certain decisions, and then he would have the ability to work with different kinds of people. Sometimes you would come into the marketplace, you meet people who do not even have sense, but you have to work with them. You meet people who are wicked people, you have to work with them. You meet people who do not understand what you're talking about, but you have to work with them. So the ability to be patient, the ability to have the temperament to actually allow yourself to go through certain kinds of realities and overcome them. Even when businesses are tough, environment is tough, you require certain elements of leadership capital to be able to go through these tough times and make a difference with it. So what we are saying is that for any business, for any institution, for any organization to last, to be sustainable, those human beings who work within those entities, who make decisions for those entities, must take it as a priority to strengthen and develop their leadership competencies. Those competencies are critical. In fact, even if it's emotional intelligence, do you know how many businesses that are dead because the owner of the business do not know how to manage talent, do not know how to work with people with different temperament, cannot even manage the opposition that comes from maybe people stopping him from getting a wrong idea implemented, as the case may be. So it requires a whole lot of executive intelligence, how to be able to identify people of different talents and pulling them together to strengthen the business, to strengthen the work. And that's why the founder of of Hilton Hotels, Conrad Hilton, he simply said something very powerful. He said he can pay the amount of money to anyone who has the ability to work with all manner of people, to work with difficult people, to work with all kinds of people. It's a strength. Or even most of the things that we require is outside the business. The business environment itself is costs, is costs, is costs. Everything happening inside the business is cost. Most of the time, the ideas that are running within the business are old ideas, and they are still there within the business. So if you do not have human beings within the business who have the capacity to network their way outside the business, to find resources, mobilize resources that is needed for the business to grow, in the process of doing that, they must have certain skills of sustaining relationships, over a period of time. And most of the time, what is important in business is the quality of relationship that you have built over time. That when people like you, they know you, then they can do business with you. And then if you now generate value that is sustainable over a period of time, and then people want to do business with you further, and then if you're able to create a system whereby you can be trusted, your product can be trusted, your services can be trusted, then people can do what? Do business with you, which means that integrity also is an element in business system. And all of these are not guaranteed until leaders understand that leadership capital is critical for sustainability of any kind of business or even the socio-political environment.
Mr. Curry, this kind of brings up the question again. It's a long-standing question. If leaders are born or made, because you say, someone who is happy with an individual who can deal with all kinds of people. So does a leader have to learn this, or is a leader born with a skill and only develops it as he goes up the ladder?
The truth of the matter is that everybody is born with one gift or talent, but it's a responsibility as the leader begins to grow, as the individual begins to grow and then pass through the educational systems. The educational systems, most of the time, will help in shaping the leader's understanding about his or her talents, as the case may be. But the educational systems in Nigeria, unfortunately, most of those institutions do not have the mechanism or the systems or to start early to groom leadership capital amongst those who are passing through them. So most of the time, they are focused in just the educational part in the context of the cramming, the studying, and all of that, of the specifics. But by the time individuals go into the real world, you discover that most of those in the real world might not have those leadership competencies required. So what they now do is to begin to create opportunities where they spend time with books and materials of the body of knowledge that they want to strengthen. If, take for instance, if they on how to enhance those skills, or those skills can be enhanced in training, in seminars, in workshops, or in conferences, as the case may be. But it will be the responsibility of the individual to stretch himself to actually find those knowledge, because leadership flows to the one who knows. When you know it in a particular subject matter, you lead. That's basically, what we're talking about. So every business, every organization must have budget. Budget for what? For training and developing different types of skills that will enable individuals to thrive and make institutions work, as the case may be. So there is, everybody is born with the leadership skills, but personal development is critical for those leadership skills to see the light of the day. And for the past 31 years of my life, one of the things that I was only 19 years old when I started my leadership development journey. I have seen people who come to me with great talent. I've seen them go through the process of delaying gratification and training themselves, investing resources in themselves, and I've seen them transform to be better leaders, and better leaders in managing conflict, better leaders in inspiring those they work with, better leaders in creating mindsets within the organization that talked about possibilities and sound belief system that can take the business to the next level. Even if the business is failing, everybody in the business believes that the business would work one day. And what do? They create an environment, they can do it spirit within an environment that can stretch that business to growth. So it gives them enough time to be able to incubate the ideas, and for the ideas to grow, to become a value that grows again to become a business in itself, or become a product in itself, or even a service, as the case may be. So that is why training and development becomes part of the pursuit of grooming those that can take charge of businesses and transform it. Nations of the world that have made great progress, there are nations where by citizens that have been given the opportunity to understand leadership development quite early, and when they grow with that, then they become great in what they do. So a lawyer can become a great leader lawyer. A doctor can become a great doctor, a great leader doctor. A business analyst can become a great,
Mr. Kore, I guess all these doctors and lawyers, they're going to meet at your conference, and I guess that's why you're dealing with the mind. I think minds, inspiring results. I guess that's what you want to deal with at your leadership conference.
Yes, absolutely, and that's why on the 5th and 6th of September, 2025. At Transcorp Hilton in the city of Abuja, there will be a gathering of leaders of organizations, top leaders, business owners, those who own businesses across all sectors of the economy, and also those who are in the political space as well. This is a gathering of those who are hungry to leave a legacy, those who are hungry to make a difference, those who are hungry to take their businesses to another level of growth and productivity, and they want to strengthen the leadership capital of those who work within their organizations. They want to take control of the future and destinies of the organization. So what we are saying is that we're inviting you to register and be part of this conference, because this conference will give you the type of resources that you need to be able to think right, have strategic thinking competencies, and some of the best names in the world, from Conrad Hilton, School of Thought. You have somebody like Korea Block, one of the biggest names in executive leadership, is coming to Nigeria. You have Gautam and Golani from India. They are all coming in here. It's a Professor Lumumba interrogating the role of leadership in shaping organizations. and some of our best minds, over 30 thought leaders, are gathering in a room to share and inspire 2 days of learning, 2 days of transformation, 2 days that will reshape mindset and prepare leaders that are ready to lead in the 21st century and lead globally. So anyone who is interested to be part of this conference, all you need to know is that absolutely this conference is already priced at top level. Leaders are basically going to VVVIP 1 million, and then those who are going to attend the conference as VIP guests, 500,000 per person, and you can nominate members of your team, leaders of your team, and as individuals as well. You can say, you know what, I want to build a sustainable business, and I want to be part of the conference. So you look at the numbers on the screen, and you just send us a message. Do not call us. Send us a text message or a WhatsApp message, and you say, my name is this. I want to be part of this conference. I'm coming with 10 members of my team, 5 members of my team. I want a VVIP ticket. I want a VIP ticket, but the whole idea is that at Transcorp Hilton Hotel, 5th and 6th of September, is going to be a gathering that you will network your way to greatness, because there are a lot of people coming from around the world who are going to be in that room. And one of the things I have learned about leadership is the fact that the more you learn, the more you grow. If you have a learning organization, then your organization will thrive. A lot of leaders today are struggling because they do not know. And Aristotle, Socrates, these guys in their days were custodians of knowledge. You know what these guys did? These guys went all over town saying, I know nothing, I know nothing. Any CEO that says, I know it all, that CEO cannot build sustainable organizations. You must show example, sit in the room and pretend like you know nothing, and tap every knowledge that you can. If you do that, and you also bring in members of your team to be in the room, what is going to happen is that there will be an introduction of certain subject matter that will help push you to the next level. In difficult times, you need people who have mindsets that are transformational, mindsets that are working. In fact, it is called mind leadership.
Mr. Korea, that's a very good place to pause for now. I know you have all of this packed, for the conference, and I'm sure a lot of viewers will be interested. So thank you so much for whetting our appetite, concerning your conference that's coming on. Mr. Linus Okorie, Chief Executive Officer of Godney, we wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.